Hi, Adam. Here with Adam Juliana. He's a co-founder of ChemFinity, and he's going to tell us a bit more about the innovation. Adam, it's quite a journey. I think since you started in the collab, changed names, create a company. You moved from California to New York. You went to Puerto Maldonado. You've interacted with users. What would you say has been the most useful part of this whole experience for you and ever?
Yeah, there's been so much that's been useful. But first, I just want to extend a huge thank you to Conservation X Labs and our other partners, so C2 Minero and also USAID, for not only supporting our team, but also extending us an invitation to come here, and also with my co-founder, Ever Velasquez. Probably the two most important things that we've gained through this challenge are, first off, insider knowledge in the ASGM sector that we've gained through connections we've gained through this project. We wouldn't have been able to connect with them otherwise. It would have been very difficult. And then secondly, as you referenced a little bit, also some of the growth in our company. So to give some context into who we are, Ever and I were first PhD students at the University of California, Berkeley in USA when we actually applied to this program. And during our PhDs, we developed a series of materials that are sorbent materials known as porous polymer networks. And these materials, we can use different chemistries to basically tune these materials very judiciously to be selective for one and only one type of metal. So for example, a material we've developed for gold and another material we've developed for mercury. And these showed great performances on the lab scale. For example, up to 10 times higher the amount of gold that can be captured with our material compared to what can be captured, for example, per unit mass of mercury. And so we originally applied to CXL trying to see if we can take this technology and work with miners to actually try to solve some real problems in this area. And this brought us to, for example, Madre de Dios, where we got to see different mining sites, where we got to connect with different miners and end users, and really learn about so many different ways in which we need to modify our technology. For example, using more of a powdery material instead of a membrane film in certain aspects of it. And so we're working on some of those lab modifications right now. But really, just also the growth of the company. So we really were interested in taking this academic lab and technology into something that we can commercialize. And so we originally applied to this challenge under the name Ion Solutions, as you mentioned. So some of you might have seen that in like a brochure or something like that. And during the challenge, through our experiences in this program and encouragement through this program, we've since decided to form a startup company where we're now working full-time under the name of ChemFinity Technologies. And Ever and I just started working full-time on that about 2 months ago. And so just wanted to say, really, it's great to have programs like this, like Conservation X Labs and the other support of programs like this, because younger teams like ourselves, it's fun and useful to see technology being developed in the laboratory that has lots of promising attributes and does cool things, but that will never make an impact if you don't have any of the end users in mind directly input in your technology.
I think, well, second, UC Berkeley alum up here today. Yeah, it's been great also to see that, taking it from the lab and all the interaction with users and all the progress you've been able to make. And now that you've gone through the Amazon Collab, you are also in the Breakthrough Energies program. Where do you see the innovation going, or the path forward in general, but also specifically for the Amazon and for mining?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so actually we went from California, drove across the country, and are now setting up a chemistry facility in New York City. Believe it or not, we did not expect to find a whole chemistry facility there. Mm-hmm. So what we're looking to do next as part of, within the ASGM sector and our technology in general, is really to scale this up, trying to get onto the multi-ton scale so we can actually, distribute these materials and start working on actually using them in the field. Partially, not only the scale-up activities, but continuing to learn from other people in this space. So we're looking for more connections to, as I mentioned, we were brand new to the ASGM sector when we first started the challenge. And so really trying to learn more from people here and also in other supplementary industries in mining. For example, large-scale mining. Something that we've learned was to look at other metals like platinum and palladium and silver. And so we've developed materials recently that can capture only those, for example. So really trying to get more input as we look to scale up these materials, and then, in a couple years, really start piloting some of these materials within these communities is what we're looking for.
No, that's amazing, and congratulations on all the work and all the progress, and it's also great having you down here in Lima, and best of luck with the prize competition later today. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you.